expect of the assessment itself? And I guess a part B of that question is, what did you expect the debrief to be like? Pat?
Ooh, over the years, I think I've been through most sorts of personality tests. The questions didn't surprise me so much. They quite honestly, they were sort of in line with what I would have expected. And I'm sorry, can I ask you to ask me the second point again? You were saying, what did I expect?
Yeah, what did you expect of the debrief? So the
debrief.
coaching element with me, where we went through your
Yeah.
results. What did you think before that debrief? What did you think it would be like?
Yep. Quite honestly, well, initially, I as I stated earlier, I thought it was sort of just one score on one thing. So for me, it was quite surprising to see basically my personality pulled apart into all of these different components. I do have to say it was quite confronting in some ways to have your personality laid out on a table and examined for both some of its strengths and also some of its weaknesses. So I guess, I did find to a certain extent that process a little bit intimidating. I try to self-evaluate almost daily, so it wasn't overly scary, but it really delved into the very fabric of who I am. So it's some of what we found was wonderful. There were other bits that were there that weren't so easy to look at, and some of it in I guess looking at how you can balance stuff and analysing who you are and why you are the way you are, and trying to put yourself back together in some sort of format that may be of some benefit was a bit of an emotional stretch, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, great. And that's certainly
but beneficial.
That's a great before and after understanding, and I think that that's really rewarding to hear, because that confrontational nature, if you're not aware that you're going to go deep, it can be hard. And hopefully that the coaches, hopefully I treaded carefully and I was kind to you. But it's a process of unpacking yourself, and it takes the right type of coach, I think, who understands emotional intelligence in depth, but they themselves utilize emotional intelligence in that conversation with you to a very high degree, so that you know when to go harder and when to come and be a little bit softer. Yeah. So Laura, what was your thoughts before, about the assessment, about the debrief, and then if you can share afterwards?
Well, I think I'll focus less on the assessment and more on the debrief, because that was the surprising part for me. And, I did not expect to cry, and you did bring tears to my eyes. But I have to say that I did feel my comfort zone pushed, and I know that's a growth zone. I know I'm entering, but I wasn't expecting that from the debrief. I was expecting that we will just go through it. You will answer my questions and understand what the different parts mean, and maybe prioritize what the most important parts for me would be. That part happened. So I did find that we prioritized what my growth areas would be, and you gave me some hints. It's quite a long report, to read through, and I do believe it's very important to do it with someone, guided by someone. It's very easy to misunderstand certain aspects or to get discouraged by them if you don't have a holding hand to, as you said, to be soft with you and to push you when you need to. For me, it was very surprising from the report to read about happiness. And I know Bridget found this very interesting as well. We had a chat afterwards. The happiness component, I never thought about it. And I never thought about how it's interconnected with the emotional intelligence part.
Yeah,
As
that's.
for you,
Sorry, go.
As for you, yes, you touched base on my most sensitive areas, and although I felt uncomfortable, as Patrick mentioned on the spot, I think I'm very grateful for it. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Look, touching on the wellbeing indicator, it is an aspect of the emotional intelligence assessment that is added. It's separate to the actual assessment itself, but it comprises of your self-regard, so your self-confidence, your optimism levels, it's your interpersonal relationships, and your self-actualization, so that pursuit of meaning. And it combines those results to give an overall scale of an indication of your well-being, so that you know in particular which of those 4 categories to work a little bit harder on, so the overall quality of your life is better.